citizens of Trinidad and Tobago were stranded in Barbados. They went on a tourist trip, some cruise or something. COVID came. Our elderly brothers and sisters, citizens of this country, I believe around 30 or more, were stranded in Barbados. They begged, they plead, they cried, they wept, and asked Siot Young to open the border for them to arrive in Piarco to join their family. He said no. He said no. He left them begging in Barbados for water and for food and for blanket. You all remember that? Mia Mottley, the Prime Minister of Barbados, appealed to this country and said, open your borders and take your own citizens. Siot Young said no. He left them to suffer in Barbados. They were begging for food and water. They were begging for shelter. They were citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. I'm going to tell you something. Whether you live in Chaguanas East, Port of Spain, Arima, Point Fortin, or Rapuchis, you are a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago. We carry the blood. We carry the blood of Trinidad and Tobago in our veins. How heartless could you be to leave your citizens to suffer in another jurisdiction, in another country? Tell me, how heartless could you be? That is Siot Young. When the divers were trapped in a pipeline in Pointe-à-Pierre, the divers, you all remember that? They were trapped for about 4 days and 4 nights. He was Minister of Energy. He could not call in an expert team from Mexico, from America, Houston, and other places that would have landed here in 6 hours to engage in a rescue operation. You know what he did? He told the Coast Guard, all you try to help people, you could help now. They gone down there with a piece of rope to see if they could bail out people from a pipeline. That is Siot Young. The divers, they died. Their families suffer to this day. Their families have not received a cent from Siot Young and this government. Could you imagine that? And $50 million spent on a commission of inquiry. That is his legacy to this country. And you want to give him a chance? Will you give him a chance? Will you elect him to power? Do you want him as a prime minister? And I make one distinction. I'll tell you something. I have worked with Kamla Prasad Bisesa in and out since 1997, 98, somewhere there. I have worked with her closely when she was prime minister of this country. And you know what I told persons? I told persons that if it was, God forbid, an accident like that happened under the watch of Kamla Prasad Bisesa, brothers and sisters. If it happened under Kamla Prasad Bisesa, I can assure you, brothers and sisters, she would have been down there on the ground at Petrotrin. She would have been on the ground at Petrotrin. She would have summoned at least 6 ministers who have involvement there. And you know what she would have said? She would have said to us, including me, spare no cost. Spare no cost. Get whoever you have to get and save the lives of those divers. She would have been there embracing the women, the children. She would have provided food and water for them. And she would have told us, spare no expense, we must save their lives. That is leadership. We have a prime ministerial candidate with a heart, with compassion, with expertise, with the skill, and now with the track record to save Trinidad and Tobago. When you look, you know what this election is about? I mean, I don't want to undervalue me. I don't want to undervalue candidates and so on, because we are all great value. This election really is to choose a prime minister. That's what Westminster politics does. Huh? It chooses a prime minister. A prime minister, primus inter pares, is the first among equals. The prime minister is the head of cabinet and head of government. When you vote, you really choose a prime minister. And the prime minister will choose his or her team to manage the affairs in a cabinet, because we have a parliamentary majority. You have to weigh. This country has to look at the 2 candidates that are on show. We have no third party, no fourth party, no fifth party here. We have pop-up party and, as they say, pop-down party. And some of them are being sponsored by the PNM. The PNM is putting money in one or two of those parties to split the vote. But even the money can't split no vote. They can't. But the point I'm making is you are choosing a prime minister. Do you choose Stuart Young or do you choose Kamla Prasad Bisesa? That's all. If you can remember Kamla Prasad Bisesa 2010 to 2015, you will remember that the children had laptops and they are now voting. The young people access gate and they are now voting. They had money in their pockets. You know, the other day somebody told me, I couldn't believe it because, you know, my mind too, I myself picking up too some years. Huh? The last time public servants got an increase in salary was 2013. Because they rejected 4%, of course. The last time we had increase in old age pension was, we say, when? Under Kamla Prasad Bisesa. The last time this country enjoyed social security for the poor people was under Kamla Prasad Bisesa. And today, those people are depending on you in Chaguanas East to come out in your numbers and vote for the United National Congress. Kamla Prasad Bisesa stands ahead, way ahead of Stuart Young as a prime ministerial candidate. So we cannot allow this country to go backward. In closing, brothers and sisters, I would tell you tonight that we have a choice to make. History has placed on our collective shoulders a great decision. This is a moment of greatness and history in this country. After 10 years of the PNM, this country is suffering. The children are suffering. The adults are suffering. The elderly is suffering. Our young people are lost to crime. We are lost to poverty. And there is only one human being in this country now that has answered the call, has answered a noble call to serve Trinidad and Tobago and to save this country, and that is Kamla Prasad Bisesa. So on election day, that is the choice you are making. If, God forbid, and somebody vote for Sukai, they are voting for Stuart Young. They are voting for Stuart Young, who has no record of performance, of delivery, who cannot even motivate his own party. I have the news here coming out. I have hot news for you. Fresh from the press, I think. And they are saying now, oh my. Kivan, you sure this is true, boy? I don't want to get no false business here and end up. As of now, we have here 5,200 viewers looking on with us. We want to thank all of you tonight for joining us live. And as of now, we have the same time in San Fernando. They have... What? I don't get my glasses here. They have 1,600 viewers. We have 5,200 for a community meeting in Chaguanas East, and at a national campaign mass meeting in San Fernando, they have 1,600 viewers. Well, the bad news for them is I think tonight they peak. That is their peak. They have reached the highest they can reach. I cannot believe 600 foolish people viewing them. I can't believe that. That must be a mistake, I feel. But I want to tell you tonight in closing that the choice is clear. We will support our candidate, our beloved sister in Chaguanas East, and return her for her next term of office as the Member of Parliament. I think I told her some time ago, unless I'm mistaken and correct me, my mind has moved quick. This place has had, in Chaguanas East, this constituency was created in 2007. There was a crazy PNM fella here in 2007. In 2010, the Member of Parliament was UNC, correct? In 2015, the Member of Parliament was UNC, correct? In 2020, the Member of Parliament was UNC. But they were never the same Member of Parliament. Am I correct? Our sister is on the verge of becoming the first ever Member of Parliament to be returned. as a member of parliament for the constituency of Chaguanas East, and I am confident on election night, she will be returned to serve you with compassion, with love, with dedication, and with commitment. Long live the great people of Chaguanas West. Long live the political leader, the Honorable Kamla Prasad Bisesa, and long live our struggle for unity. Long live our struggle for equality, and long live our struggle for justice. Thank you, and God bless you all.
When UNC wins, everybody wins. When UNC wins, Trinidad wins. Everybody wins.
Thank you, Dr. Munilal. The lion has roared, and I think the PNM is fizzling. Ladies and gentlemen, as you will have heard, the lion said, do not give Stuart Young a second chance. He's going out to the nation and saying a new chapter and a new cabinet. That is trying to fool the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Is the same pack of jokers being shuffled in a new cabinet. We want to change them. We do not want an exchange. We're going to replace them by a caring, compassionate, United National Congress government. At this point in time, we're going to liven up the place a bit. We have a son of the soil who was born and bred, not only physically born and bred here, but his talent was born and bred in the constituency of Chaguanas East. He has a song that has attracted over 400,000 views, not only nationally, but internationally. Let us welcome at this point in time to entertain Stubby Ranking.
Good night, Chaguanas East. This is the voice of Stubby, and I'm here to entertain the people of the UNC a little bit. Are they ready for some entertainment? Well, the name of this song, anybody know the name of this song? Get rid of them! All you know the name of the song? Let me hear you say it. Louder! All right, love all you. Brandon, kick it. Run it.
They say we not ready, but long time we waiting on them. Stubby ranks again.
Stubby ranks again, man.
Alongside my UNC friends. We come to get rid of them. How that? How that? How that? How that? Rowleys and the whole country down a track. No Stuart Young come fi finish my shit down flat. We give the people food card, they make that stop. We give the children laptop, they take that back. Now watch the bully upon the attack. Only poor people like him a combat. So let me tell you how to fix that. Get rid of them. Stuart Young and the whole PNM. Get rid of them. Cause everybody want better man. Get rid of them. And this year we no want no problems. And we rolling with the UNC. Then get rid of them. If you hear me grandparents, get rid of them. Down to all. They say we don't know.
Once a night,
a long time we waiting on them. Stubby ranks again.
They say we are ready,
alongside my UNC friends. We come to get rid of them. How that? How that? How that? How that? Rowleys and the whole country down a track. No Stuart Young come fi finish my shit down flat. We give the people food card, they make that stop. We give the children laptop, they take that back. Now watch the bully upon the attack. Only poor people like him a combat. So let me tell you how to fix that. Get rid of them. Stuart Young and the whole of PNM. Get rid of them. Cause everybody want better man. Get rid of them. And this year we no want no problems. And me rolling with the UNC them. Get rid of them. If you hear me grandparents, get rid of them. Down to all the little children, get rid of them. Cause everybody want better men. And me rolling with the UNC. How that? When they come talk about property tax, the rich done rich, and that is a fact. Only the poor ones now I feel the impact. You're selling water, say him a watch that. Him tax all the parlor, tax all the shop. In a the grocery, him not stop raise VAT. It's like he was eating that job flat. So here what we go do about that? Get rid of them. Stuart Young and all the events, get rid of them. Cause everybody want better men, get rid of them. But this year we no want no problems. And we rolling with the UNC them, get rid of them. If you hear me grandparents, get rid of them. Down to all the little children, get rid of them. Too long Trinidad suffering, so we rolling with the UNC. You see the Duke government under the PNM. 10 years pass and no improvement. You see the Duke government under the PNM. They lock down the country like a basement. Show them the train and they never fix that. I tell them how the road PNM no come back. Only when they want we vote at them a run back. Election turn now we can't contact. Get rid of them. Stuart Young and the whole PNM. Get rid of them. Cause everybody want better man. Get rid of them. And they say we no want no problems and me rolling with the UNC them. Get rid of them. If you hear me grandparents, get rid of them. Down to all the little children. Get rid of them. Cause everybody want better men and me rolling with the UNC them. How that? How that? Rollies and the whole country down a track. No Stuart Young, comfy finish, mash it down flat. We give the people food card, they make that stop. We give the children laptop, they take that back. Now watch the bully upon the attack. Only poor people like him a combat. So let me tell you how to fix that. Get rid of them. Stuart Young and the whole PNM. Get rid of them. And everybody want better man. Get rid of them. And this year we don't want no problems. And me rolling with the UNC them. Get rid of them. If you hear me grandparents, get rid of them. Down to all the little children, get rid of them. Cause everybody want better men and me rolling with the UNC them. How that?
Thank you. Love Beyonce people, man. Love in the house.
Thank you very much, Stubby. And at the end of this program tonight, we will have some more of Stubby. And everybody is rolling with the UNC, moving forward to victory. Get rid of them. Come April 28th, they will be. That will be the end of them. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to a time that we will hear from our candidate. We have heard so much about her, all the virtues, all the characteristics that were espoused about her. And I'm saying this evening, every single thing that was said is factual. There is nothing that has been said that is a fallacy or that is not fact. What more do you want? The representation will continue that we have gotten over the past 5 years. It will continue come April 28th to be part of the United National Congress government, where she will serve us with dignity, where the resources of the country will be available, where she will serve with distinction. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome to the podium a vibrant, intelligent, energetic young woman. Her role as Member of Parliament in the past 5 years will continue. A former councillor, a former youngest mayor in the Chaguanas Borough Corporation. She works with us as councillors in the Chaguanas Borough Corporation. She works in cohesion with us. I am proud to stand here and endorse her, and she will be the next winning candidate for the general election, April 28th. Let us welcome, stand and welcome, our candidate, Ms. Vandana Mohit.
Trinidad, missing now is the time. Let's hear it from my home girl. Chaguanas needs, let's take control. Let's hear it from my home girl. Vandana Mohit on the day of the post. Let's hear it from my home girl.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Councillor Richard Sukdeo, for your wonderful introduction. To all my colleagues present here, Dr. Munilal, MP and candidate for Kuva South, Bari Padarat, my brother and neighbor, Saddam Hussein, San Juan Barataria, our village Pandit Hardev Maharaj, all councillors present here this evening, and to my fellow UNC family, thank you for being here. But most importantly, to my neighbors, Jerningham Junction, it is good to be home. This evening, you are standing on the street where I grew up. Sometimes, during my term and representation, I would have left you because I had other areas to service. But home will always be home. And I know Jerningham Junction is here. This evening, you heard from our councillors, you heard from my deputy campaign manager, Mr. Guelmo. You heard from young people. You heard from sportsmen in our community. And what I am here to say to you, you have heard it all, and I am here to continue to serve you, the people of Chaguanas East. 12 years of service. Rain, sun, storm, COVID. I have been here with you, the people. This evening, I'm so happy to be on Gibson Street North. I see all my neighbors, people I grew up with, those who would call me cowgirl when I'm coming out the farm. All of us who went to school together, who took the bus together. I saw you here this evening, and I thank you for being here to support me on this journey. But most importantly, the woman who gave me the opportunity, the Honorable Kamla Prasad Bisesa, I want her to hear you wherever she is at this point. We started a little bit late, but I can tell you I have a competent team, and they are working day and night in this constituency to win this election. My friends of Jerningham, thanks to Dr. Munilal, last night he announced this thing big. Usually every evening we are pulling up in the communities, having a 1-hour meeting, and we are gone again. But what he did last night, we had to prepare different in Chaguanas East. Yes? So thank you all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming into Jerningham. And thank all of you for leaving your busy schedule to be here with us, to support me in Chaguanas East. Chaguanas East is a battleground constituency. Everyone is saying, Vandana, you win already. Everyone is telling me you worked extremely hard. Listen, if you know I worked extremely hard, if you know you loved my representation on April 28th, you must go out there and vote for me to be the next MP. I am looking at the figures. Some of the things I can't say, well, Dr. Munilal Ambari said it. All right? But I have to tell you here this evening about my representation for you, the people of Chaguanas East. It has been a tiring journey. I have been working in this seat from the day I was elected as Member of Parliament. And this evening I want to say to all of you present here, I have worked as your councillor. I have worked as your mayor of Chaguanas. And I have worked as your Member of Parliament. Yesterday we were walking in Kunupia and the deputy mayor was saying to me, but Vandana, how you MP, how you know everybody name? Is everybody name you know? I say, Gil, that's when you work the place and you live good with everybody. In Parliament, I would have advocated for you, the constituents of Chaguanas East. But most importantly, as a young MP who entered, you heard, we entered green and we are leaving right, but we are not leaving, we are continuing. And one of the things that I saw as the greatest asset to the constituency of Chaguanas East and the country of Trinidad and Tobago is that of the young people. You just heard from Stubby. Stubby is my boy. And of course, in Chaguanas East, once we go into government, I remind the people of Chaguanas East that you will see a professional studio for the youth of Chaguanas East, so they can be well trained into the culture of our country and they can produce their own music right here in Chaguanas East. We have served in this community. We have worked in this community. Right here in Jerningham, I can call every street for you. Gibson Street North and South, Lee Trace North and South, Foster Road, Punsami Lane, Mystery Trace, Chin Chin Trace, Endeavour Road, Jerningham Bridal Road, Dyot Street. All of these streets would have benefited from our government in 2010 to 2015. I remember being a councillor, and when KD sent me out, I have to go and find road to fix, drain to fix, and we were doing that to ensure that this community of Jerningham was fixed whilst we were in government, so you, the people, can enjoy better infrastructure. We are in opposition for a few more days, but I can share with you that our councillors, you heard from all of them tonight, we are a united bunch of people, strong, resilient, capable, ready and willing to win on April 28th. Despite their lack of resources, they have been helping me throughout the length and breadth of Chaguanas East. But this evening, I want to remind the people that you must come out and vote in this constituency. Do not take this seat for granted. I'm looking at the figures, and someone told me that my opponent is counting numbers. But I want to say to him that when you work hard, you shall reap great rewards. I have worked with you, the people, and on April 28th, we shall reap great rewards here in this constituency. So they could count how much numbers. They could pave road from now until the 28th, what they never did before. They could walk Chaguanas East and come in Jerningham. I hear they in this area giving out hamper like they're going crazy. So for 5 years, they never knew the people needed things in this constituency. They want to do it in 3 or 4 months. I say to you, you saw me. I was here delivering to you, the people. So do not forget that on April 28th. I said to you that my focus mostly is on the children, the future of tomorrow. In that way, we deal with our community. We build strong men and women within our community, and we will deal with crime directly from that aspect. And Brandon, you have there for me. I want you to see. You heard from people tonight of the work in Chaguanas East. I want you to see for yourself what the young people in this constituency has to say when it comes to their representative.
Auntie Vandana. Hey Trinidad and Tobago, I'm Tamara, and I want to ask everyone to come out and vote for our Auntie Vandana. We all know how hard she works for our communities. She's strong, intelligent, and always looking out for the people. She's been such an inspiration to me, and I know she's made a difference in so many lives. Let's support someone who truly cares. Come out and vote for Auntie Vandana Mohit. Auntie Vandana. Hey Trinidad and Tobago, I'm Tamara.
That's just one.
Hi everyone, I'm just reminding you to vote for my Auntie Vandana. She impacted my life, Auntie Vandana, all the way.
Good day, my name is Dr. Robert, and I just want to have a little short testimony on my experience with Vandana Mohit, right? And how she has impacted me in a crucial point in my life. So like 2020, that was CSEC time for me, right? But it was also COVID time, so everything was shut down. And at that point, I didn't have a laptop, I didn't have a desktop, so I wasn't getting any work done at all. So we reached out to Vandana, and she was able to help us with a desktop from Ramp Logistics, right? And with that little push, I was able to get all my passes, all my subjects. Without that, I probably would have failed. So yeah, I'm real grateful for that. I just want to say that Vandana and her team, they do an excellent job with trying to educate the younger generation. Whether you need books, whether you need bags, whether you need computers, you name it, just ask and you'll receive. So, all you vote for Auntie Vans, she really gonna help all any longer. So make sure and vote.
So you are hearing it for yourselves. I tell you, very early in the morning, I sit with a notepad. Every day I'm in my MP's office. I sit with a pen and a notepad, and I work on the needs of the people in the constituency of Chaguanas East. Jerningham, Cunupia, Diet Street, Endeavour. I want to remind you people, do not fall for tricks. You have supported me. You have been my base in this constituency. And I want to remind all of you, on April 28th, please let your families come out and cast their vote next to the rising sun for Vandana Mohit in Chaguanas East. I shared with you that I have lobbied in the parliament for this constituency. You have heard it time and time again, the S-Ben. I continue to lobby for that project, a project which the contract was cancelled because of a pipeline. I want you to remember when the Bridal Road Bridge was being constructed, nobody stood with you except Vandana Mohit. The minister in the Ministry of Works and Transport never came one day on Bridal Road to see what were the issues facing the residents. He's walking this community. He's saying to persons in this community, well, nah, 1 year was small thing, fall it away. He does not even understand how we traverse through the streets of Chaguanas East. If you don't understand Chaguanas East, you think you could represent Chaguanas East? Well, the first things first, I do not even know if he knows where he's from. He told all of his colleagues he's from Chaguanas East, but I think he mixed up the boundaries. He's from Chaguanas West. He says to everyone he has been a businessman in this community and a part of the business chamber. I want to tell you this evening, many of the businessmen don't even like him. They couldn't even talk to him when he was the president of the Chaguanas Business Chamber. So he's counting on their support. But I'm calling on those businessmen who helped me whilst I was in opposition. Do not be fooled. And I thank you for your support. But do not make that mistake and support that gentleman. That gentleman called Richie Sukai, he has no shame. He said the UNC wasted millions in building a walkover for you at the Diwali Nagar site. He said that, and he stand up next to Rohan Sinanan doing a video to tell you how good the highway is when you're dancing so on the highway. He's standing on the same walkover when he sat whilst we were in government with our Minister of Works and other agencies, and he lobbied as well as the president for that very walkover. Today he's saying we wasted millions. And a few days ago, he's standing on the walkover saying the highway is good, doing an interview. But you all looked at that interview? In that interview, they're so afraid to have that gentleman talk. Rohan Sinanan is standing next to him in every video that he's doing. And he's just listening to make sure he doesn't make any errors, because you know he has to remind him what Diwali is, right? So he's just standing next to him, propping him to make sure he says the right thing. I can say to you that the opposition leader and political leader placed me in the constituency of Chaguanas East, and she did so proudly, and I can initiate any initiative for my party in this constituency without anybody standing next to me, chucking me with a shoulder, telling me what to say, and I don't even know what to say still. That is Richie Sukai. I want to remind you that I am brighter than him. I can represent better than him. I am stronger than him. I can speak better than him. I am more good looking than him. And on April 28th, I want to ask you, my neighbors, set the standard in Chaguanas East. Go out there and support the home girl over the pink poodle. I have lobbied for you. We have been able to work in partnership with state agencies despite being in opposition. We have been able to get a lot of work done for you. But in Jerningham, tonight I want to share with you, as a councillor, we would have initiated that Cunupia Police Youth Club project right there in Ramsaran Street. When we left government, the youth club suffered for labor funds. I asked time and time again, but arrogant Hines had no answer for you, the people of Chaguanas East. He ragged me up. But you know, I don't afraid that. I give him back. But what I want to say to you this evening, after April 28th, when we take the government of Trinidad and Tobago, I will seek to ensure that that police youth club will be the first state-of-the-art center on the eastern side of Chaguanas. I am giving you that assurance today. When you look at Chaguanas East, we have no proper hall. We have no good state-of-the-art facility. We will ensure that in Chaguanas East, that Cunupia Police Youth Club will be constructed and it will facilitate different events in the constituency of Chaguanas East. I want to remind you this evening that I have done my best. I have done my best in your interests. I leave my mom at home. I leave everything and I come out to serve you without fear or favor. Sometimes some people say to me, but Vandana, you're only an enterprise. Well, if it means I have to leave here to win everywhere, I will be an enterprise as well. But you know why I have to do it, Jerningham? I want to remind you, I have to win everywhere. I have to serve everybody. And I know you, the people, can show up at my doorstep at any time. Call me at any time, and you will just get service delivery right away. I want to share with you. You see, I have so much to share about what I have done. If I really go to stand here, I'll be talking into tomorrow. Fire victims in my constituency, I would have built over homes for them in 5 years. Over 5 homes in the constituency of Chaguanas East. I would have gotten house grants, provided housing materials right here in the community of Jerningham and Cunupia. Of course, helping people to get water connections, helping you to get street lights repairs, helping you to have all the water courses cleared in the constituency so that we do not get flooding here. I have been doing all of this work. When you want your pension form filled out and stamped, when you're having problem to get your pension after 8 months, when you're getting problems to get your NIS after 9 months, 1 year, 2 years, and you come by Vandana, I do letters, and then a couple weeks later, most of you say to me, I have gotten through. And of course, you know, social support is dear to my heart. Monthly distribution of hampers. People call me fisherwoman. But if I know in time of need I must get something and go out to my people, whether it be fish, chicken, veggies, I will be out there to serve my people. A good few people whilst walking said to me, they will never forget during COVID, I was there at their doorstep with bread and fish, and they remember Jesus Christ. These people are saying that to me when I walk this constituency. Chaguanas East, Jerningham, I want you to remember that I love this constituency. Service to home is service to God. I will continue to serve where I live first. I'm asking you, you have given me the opportunity to serve where I live. I'm asking you for another opportunity to serve outside of where I live in the Parliament of Trinidad and Tobago. I want you to also remember that during COVID, when you had a lot of difficulties in Chaguanas, I would have been your mayor of Chaguanas. In the middle of the night, I was out there sanitizing the market, sanitizing the streets, so we can continue to have an open place for food in the borough of Chaguanas. I had to leave there in the capable hands of Faiq Mohammed, but I have never stopped serving you. I want you to remember that in the last 5 years, you would have seen who? You would have seen me. They say I'm a little Jimny moving all over. Well, boy, when I go anywhere in this constituency, that thing rolling in anywhere. So I could go in, come out without anybody telling me how to reverse, and I'm looking like a woman who can't drive. Yes? So I love that Jimny, and I'll continue to serve in it. When it's Valentine's Day, I've said to the people of Enterprise, I don't study no boyfriend. When it's Valentine's Day, I take gifts. I go to the disabled children in the constituency of Chaguanas East, and I spend my day with them. So I have given my life in service to my home, to my community. Today I want to ask of you, if you are a new voter and you are asking yourselves, why should you vote for Vandana Mohit? These are the reasons why. I serve my community proud, and I will continue to serve my community with resilience, because my watchwords here are strengthening lives, empowering lives, and strengthening communities. I have lived in the constituency of Chaguanas East. I have worked in the constituency of Chaguanas East. And I have grown in the constituency of Chaguanas East. And those are my watchwords here in this constituency, because I want you, the people, to live in Chaguanas East, to work in Chaguanas East, and to grow right here in your community. Of course, every festival, when they say are passing late in the night, with Diwali, with Christmas, all kinds of things, making noise with these very same fellas on the music truck. Some people want to know why I'm passing so late. But listen, I have to be everywhere. I have to serve everyone. And whether it be 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, once we have to get it done in this constituency, we will get it done for you, the people. So friends all, I want to close, but I see the farmers of Jenningham to the back. And I want to remind all farmers in the constituency of Chaguanas East, I have been at your service when the Ministry of Agriculture neglected you, when the Ministry of Works and Transport neglected you. I went into this pocket of the businessmen, found $35,000 to clean the water course for my farmers so they can feed our community. I tell you, if I go to share the work of this constituency with you, I will be talking until tomorrow. But you have heard it from my people. They say to you, I work with everyone. I do not discriminate. I do not watch UNC and PNM in this constituency. I serve everyone with dignity and with pride. So I want to ask you to continue to support me. Friends all, we have a four-party fight in this constituency of Chaguanas East. You have the UNC, you have the PNM, you have the NTA, and you have the Patriotic Front. They have all placed candidates here. They say don't talk about split vote. But I want to remind you to continue to remember that we should only focus on a two-party fight. You see, one of them with a mic, you can't even see the person. And the other one with some gun video, telling you he work in Haiti. What Haiti have to do with Trinidad and Cunupia? You think he coming to serve you? He said he has worked with me and walked with me. I never saw him in any of my walks. So do not be fooled. People of Jerningham, keep your brand as your UNC. Do not forget that. And of course, Richie Sukai, I ask of you, do not be fooled. And I want to remind everyone, you see this little girl they call Vandana Mohit? Don't get tied up and don't get waxed. I get rid of one old man called Clarence Rambarat. They bring a middle-aged something for me and I will wipe him out on April 28th. I give you that assurance. If I have to work every hour until the 28th, I will do it, and I'm doing it already. So if I could take down Clarence, who you think is Richie? But one thing I will never do is break my focus, and do not break your focus. I want to remind you that I have a capable team. Everywhere that I walk, people in this constituency are saying to me that your staff is nice. They are wonderful when we go to your office. They liaise with me. They contact me. You always see a car pulling up, dropping something for the people. You always hearing something coming for you. Where have you seen an MP who provides pillow top mattress for her people? Not no normal thing with little spring in it. That is your MP for Chaguanas East providing to you, my constituents. To my fellow people of Jerningham, I want to remind you that Jerningham plays a critical role in this election. And before I go, I want to also say to you, the people, that in this constituency, do not take this election for granted. I want, because we are on a live stream here, I want to ask, you see Sikono Sika out here, I want to ask the people of Lange Park, please come out and vote in your numbers. If we are to win this seat, you must vote, Lange Park. The people of Warrenville, I want to ask of you to come out in your numbers and vote. My opponents are counting numbers. The people of Kunupia, Jerningham, Dyot Street, you must come out and vote. The people of Endeavour, Hassarat, you must come out here and vote. Do not say Vandana win already. I'm warning you. If you say Vandana win already and you continue doing your house chores and you do not go to vote, we will be in serious trouble in this constituency. And of course, the people of Enterprise, given that we are on a live stream. By the way, I'm walking in Enterprise and you can't hear nothing about the PNM. All the people singing Vandana Mohit. And I want to also remind you that, I want to share with you, whilst walking Enterprise, you know all them fellas and thing from the different groups, you know what is the word on the ground? When you ask them about the candidate and how things going, they are saying to me, let me give you the exact words, all of them, well, me even self know he. That is what the people are telling me. Well, girl, me and even self know he. So people do not know this man. He's now introducing himself. I have been here with you. You know what you have. You don't know what you are going to get. So I ask of you, stay focused. Because when the UNC wins, everybody wins. In the community of Kunupia, you have had safety and security issues. You see those blue lights? Thank you to the police. But the UNC will ensure that the community patrols are back up and running here in the constituency of Chaguanas and by extension, Trinidad and Tobago. To the jobless, we created 50,000 jobs. We will do it again. To our pensioners, once the UNC goes into government, fear not about your pension. But if you stay home and you do not vote, or you vote for the PNM, note your pension in trouble. The disabled people, remember you got nothing. You got nothing under the PNM. They're now trying to tell you to bring in legislation. I want to share one thing with you before I leave. Under the instruction of the Honorable Kamala Prasad Bisesa, and of course Barry guided me plenty there with the social services because he was doing that before I entered the parliament. The PNM kicked out the Cerebral Palsy Society of Trinidad and Tobago from Carson Field, a building that the UNC built. The leader spoke with me and said, Vandana, do something. We gave them a spot at the Chaguanas Borough Corporation to carry out therapy classes for the cerebral palsy children. But then the business community again saw, and Price Club Supermarket gave them a round of applause. Price Club Supermarket said to me, I'll give you a space for free. Bring them, bring the people, let's deal with this quickly. Let us deal with this quickly. Well, I can say to you, although I'm not the Minister of Social Development, I've had the opportunity to shadow it. Under Kamala Prasad Bisesa, our leader, and we would have provided a building with the business community for the Cerebral Palsy Society and the CKFTO so that they can carry out therapy and have a home. So when the PNM threw out the children, we found a home for the children, all in opposition. So I want to remind you that we work for you. The UNC works. When the UNC works, and let me hear you. When the UNC works, everybody wins. So on April 28th, my friends, if you really like my work and representation, you will go out there in your numbers and you will vote to keep your home girl. You will defend your home girl on April 28th. I look forward to advocating for you continuously. So I ask of you, vote for me, continue to love me. I love all of my villagers and my constituents, and I will continue to represent you. Long live our political leader. Long live all of my colleagues. Long live you, my constituents of Chaguanas. And on April 28th, we shall celebrate victory for our party, the United National Congress. I thank you very much.
Well, in come the thing called election time, everyone get around and join the line. Vote for Vandana, she's a one of a kind. Chaguanas is about to shine. Trinidad, missing now is the time. Let's hear it from my home girl. Chaguanas is, let's take control. Let's hear it from my home girl. Vandana Mohit on the day of the polls.
Ladies and gentlemen, all you hear, woman, that is woman. Richie Sukai is no match for our candidate, Vandana Mohit. And Stuart Young is no match for the new incoming Prime Minister, the Honorable Mrs. Kamala Prasad Bisesa. I just want to say a special thank you to everyone who came out here tonight, all the speakers, everyone who came out. Just a special thank you. Without you, ladies and gentlemen, this would not have been a success. And I want to leave you with one thing. While we may all be suffering, I want to tell you, as the Bible says, weeping may endure for a night, but joy is coming in the morning under the United National Congress government. And we all have refreshments. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go. There are refreshments available. God bless you. Thank you for coming. Yeah.
When UNC wins, everybody wins. When UNC wins, everybody wins. When UNC wins, Trinidad wins. Everybody wins. Everybody wins. When UNC wins, everybody wins. When UNC wins, Trinidad wins. Everybody wins. Everybody wins. Tell your neighbor, tell your friend, now is the time to rise and shine. Tell your mother, tell your father.
Tonight, a live UNC town hall. Your questions on crime and public safety answered. Moderated by Kamla Prasad Bisesa. Crime and Public Safety. Tonight from Center Point Auditorium, Chaguanas. 8 p.m. on TV6 and all streaming platforms.
When you ain't see